Welcome to Introduction to Research in Educational Science. In this video clip, we will dealing with about different types of scales of measurement and the different types of center tendency using in the quantitative research method. There are four types of scales of measurement. The first one is a nominal scale. Nominal scale is an identifier of the data. For instance, when we are marking the gender in statistics or in statistical data, we put some numbers. For instance, girl as a 0, boy as a 1. Or when we have recorded types of school in the data set, we also give the number. For instance, public school as a 1, private school as 2, Catholic school as a 3. However, there is no order of the value in this scale. Let's say when we put the girl as a 0, boy as a 1, can we say the 1 is better than 0? Or for instance, types of the school. Is the public school better than, the Catholic school with the number 3 better than the public school number 1? No, it's not. So there is no meaning at all about this number, but it's just a label or the identifier of the variable. The second scale is the ordinal scale. It has an order of the value, not like the nominal scale, but there is no exact value differences. The example is about the happiness. We may ask the students if they are happy at school, and they mark 0, 0 as not happy, 1 as happy, 2 as very happy. But we cannot say that when students mark with very happy, with number 2, it doesn't mean they are twice happier than the happy. But anyhow, there is an order that the very happy is better than the happy, but no exact value differences. The another example is a class rank. When there's a student who got the first rank at the classroom, we cannot say he is twice smarter than those who got the second rank, because maybe the difference can be 1.1 or 0.01 like that. So there is no exact value differences between this class rank. And we call it as an ordinal scale. The third one is an interval scale. It has an order in the value, and it also has exact value differences. For instance, the temperature, when in summer, when it's 20 degrees Celsius, it's twice hotter than the 10 degrees Celsius. So there are the exact value and order because it's hotter and twice hotter. We can say that. But there are no true zero. What does that mean, true zero? It means that there is a 0 Celsius degree in the temperature. And it's just a freezing point or the melting point. But we cannot say there is no temperature. There is still cold temperature. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it's cold to me. So 0 is a cold, but we cannot say there is no temperature. So interval scale, in terms of the interval scale, there is an order and exact value, but there is no true 0 point. And the last scale is a ratio scale. It has an order, it has an exact value, and also the true 0. For instance, the height. When someone is the 2-meter height, he is twice taller than the 1-meter height. And also there is a 0 height as well. Also weight, like a 20 kilogram is twice heavier than the 10 kilogram. And there is 0 kilogram where there is nothing. So there is a true 0. So there are 4 scales that we are using in the quantitative research. And simply we can distinguish these 4 scales in this way. For instance, the nominal scale has an indication of the differences, gender, male and female, but it doesn't have a direction, any direction. But in the ordinal variables or the ordinal scale, it indicates the differences between the values, and it also has a direction of the value. The happier is better than non-happier. And interval scale has an indication of differences and the direction of differences. And also there is some, it indicates the amount of differences, like a temperature, but it doesn't have absolute zero. Lassiter ratio indicate the differences, direction, and amount, and also including the absolute zero. I hope you remember these scales that often used in the measurement in the quantitative research, and depending on the types of the scale, the methodologies, statistical methodology could be different. So you need to keep in mind these differences when you're collecting the data. The second topic is the types of central tendency. There are three types: mean, median, mode. You probably heard about them uh, while you are reading the newspaper or reading some articles. But simply the mean is an average, the arithmetic mean. For instance, if there are 9 numbers here, 1, 2, 2, 2, 4, 6, 9, 9, 10, the mean is like a sum of these values divided by the number of value equals 5. So mean of this data is 5. And the second tendency, central tendency, is a median, and which means the middle value of the data. And again, there are 9 numbers, and the fifth number, you put it in order, then the fifth number will be the middle value of the all values. So in this case, the median becomes the 4. And the last value, last center tendency is the mode, which means the most frequently occurring value. And here again, the 9 values. And you can see there are 1, 1, 3, 2, 1, 4, 1, 6, 2, 9, and 10. And the 2 is the values that most frequently occur in this data set. So in this case, the mode becomes 2. If you have the nominal scale, you can use the mode, the, the one type of the central tendency, because nominal value shows the has no indication of directions. It only is a label or the identifier. So you can use the mode when you are dealing with the nominal variables. And when you are using the ordinal scale, you can use the mode and median. Since the ordinal scale does not have the exact differences between the value, you cannot calculate the average, but instead you can use the median as the central tendency. And if you have interval or ratio scale, you can use mode, median, and mean. And you may not use the mode that often for the ratio or interval or ordinal scale, but usually the median and mean may be the most often used central tendency in your study. When you are reading the textbook, you may see this kind of graph and also read the term parametric and non-parametric test or parametric statistics like that. Parametric and non-parametric is the way to analyze the data. And parametric can be used based on the assumption that the data is symmetrically distributed. And when the data is symmetrically distributed, it shows this kind of bell shape, equally distributed on the left and the right side. And the mean, median, mode are in the center of the data. And in the case, you can use parametric test or parametric statistics. On the other hand, if the data is skewed to the left or the right, you need to use the non-parametric statistics. So, and when the graph shows positive skewy, then the mode comes first, and the median followed by the mean. And when the graph is skewed to the right, it calls as a negative skewy, and the mean comes first, then median, and the mode come the last. So you probably see the differences between the parametric and non-parametric data set based on this distribution of the data, and check the mode, median, and mean. All right, thank you so much.